can't deny it. Now I'm all alone and my joys turn them open. Tell me, where are you now that I need you? Where are you now? Where are you now that I need you? Couldn't find you anywhere. When you broke down, I didn't leave you. I was by your side.
Are you Siddhartha?
That is what some people call me.
How are you doing?
I am doing.
Can we interview you?
I see, why not?
We're from the future.
There's no past or present.
How did you come about creating a religion?
Well, some would say I created a religion. But when I was younger, an oracle told my father that I would renounce religion. So he kept me hidden from the world. He did not want me to see the truths of the world. One day I got out, and I took 4 different chariot rides, and I saw the suffering and the despair in the world. And I knew that this had to change, and I knew that my reality wasn't real, and I wanted to discover the true reality in myself.
From there?
Well, once I realized the truths of the world, or the truths weren't what I thought were true, I set off to seek the truth in myself and in the world. I wandered the forest for 6 years looking for a place to find the truth, until I came upon this tree right here. And I decided... I decided to meditate in front of it. And I was going to meditate until I was enlightened, until I knew the truth of the world. I meditated for 6 years, but it wasn't just meditation. About halfway through, Mara, the demon, came and tried to seduce me with her daughter. And it was tough because her daughters were very beautiful. But she tried to seduce me with the first, who was pretty, and then the second, who was more beautiful, and the third, the most beautiful. And I had to summon up all my human will to ignore the temptation of my human nature.
So, what were those truths that you came upon?
Well, in my many years of trying to find enlightenment, I have found many things that I have found to be truths, and truths utmost itself. And the first is, humanity is full of suffering. There's aging, there's sickness, birth, everything. It's all suffering. The second thing I learned is that there's a reason for suffering, and that is desire, greed, and want. Those things are the sole things that cause suffering. When people want, they suffer. The third thing I realized was that to get rid of suffering, you have to get rid of desire and want itself. If you do not desire and you do not want, you do not suffer. There is nothing to suffer from if you do not desire or want. And the fourth is you must follow the Eightfold Path, which I will explain if you would like me to.
What's the Eightfold Path?
Well, my child, the first step to the Eightfold Path is the right viewpoint. You should always see things in the bad first, because then your expectations won't be cut out from under you. The second is the values. When you try to make yourself better, you should do so in small ways, in baby steps. Nothing in life comes in large steps. Everything comes in small steps. The third is right speech. You should always try to be kind and truthful when you are talking to someone. And the fourth is right actions. You should always try to do good. And if for some reason you cannot do good, you should try to avoid bad. So the next step in the Eightfold Path is right livelihood. You must never work on something that could harm you or another living being. The next step is right effort. You must always try to improve yourself and be the best that you can possibly be. Another step is mindfulness. You can never be confused. You must never use drugs or alcohol. Your mind is your view to this world. It is what you perceive to be true and untrue. Without the mind, you cannot have anything. And finally, you must reach enlightenment through meditation. You must meditate to see how the world works. You must become one. You must become unanimous with the world.
Well, thank you for letting us interview you as you meditate under this tree.
Of course. Now I have a question for you. How is Buddhism in the future?
Well, in the time that I come from, Buddhism is the fourth largest religion, but it's mostly in Asia, like China and Nepal.
I don't know what China or Nepal is. Okay.
Well, it was nice speaking with you.
It was nice speaking with you.